Hello friends, welcome to the Cold War Prepper. My name is Lee, and today, I'm so excited. I'm doing this Bible in a Year class with Father Mike Schwartz, and he's put everything in chronological order. And so today at day 300, and what was today? Let me check here. Let me check my calendar here real quick. Today was day number 312. So on day 313, we're going to start the New Testament. We finished the Old Testament on day 312. So that tells you how much of the New Old Testament there is in comparison to the New. Gosh, it's so exciting taking a look at the Old Testament and the New Testament and comparing them. And oh my gosh! But anyhow, tomorrow we start the New Testament. Now we have done 3 of the Gospels interspersed in the previous studies. Tomorrow we're going to start the Gospel of Luke. And here's a trivia question for you. I'll give you the answer at the end. Which author is the most prolific in the New Testament? And I'm going to say by number of words, okay? Which author is the most prolific? So anyhow, gosh, things are getting concerning out there, and I understand how there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of nervousness especially about the elections tomorrow and the reactions to the elections. And so I just want to caution you, get some plans, make some plans. What can you do now that is going to take care of you tomorrow? Now, my Thrive Life order was submitted. Every month I submit my Thrive Life order on the 4th of the month. That's an automatic thing. I go in during the month and kind of tweak it with the items I want to get for that ensuing month, but that automatically went in on the 4th, so I'm waiting for it to arrive. I put in 3 different orders with Nutrient Survival. They had different specials, and so I had to take advantage of them, but one of them was make any purchase and you get this Special Ops Rocks candy, and so I had to get 5 packets of that. That was kind of exciting. They still have the special buy one, basically get one free. So if you go in there, and there is a code below you can use to go to Nutrient Survival. And if you buy one NRE and buy a second NRE, and then when you exit you put free-NRE, you get one of those NREs for free. Now NRE is their equivalent to an MRE. It's a full day's worth of stuff that will last you a full day for $37.50. That's not bad. Then they have, of course, you can use my code, which is CWP10. That'll get you 10% off. Please don't use that yet. You've got to have a fairly large order before you use that. I think there are other better special things. The other, so like with the free NRE, buy one thing for $37.50, get $37.50 for free. I mean, that beats 10% off any day of the week. So I would rather you do that. The other one is, and check on how much, but I believe if you spend $100, you can get a free sample pack, $31.50, for free. I strongly recommend that as well. So those 2 things have got my discount code beat like you would not believe. So don't worry about getting me a commission and that 5% until you have used the wisest thing for you to get something extra, so that you have more for your pantry. That's the number one thing I want to get for you, is make sure you have as much for your pantry as possible. Don't worry about me. Now, so the other thing is, so I've got 2 of my 3 Nutrient Survival orders. I put in 3 orders this month with Nutrient Survival. And then my Thrive Life order should be here shortly. I've ordered some, I think it's called Esbit fuel tabs for the Esbit stove. They're solid fuel tabs. I want to do that's part of that experiment I'm doing with my Kelly kettle to find out what's the best fuel to use in it to boil water, so that I can have plenty of Nutrient Survival. But anyhow, some of the other things I'm doing tomorrow, because tomorrow may be the last day we have free access around and get things done. 2 more 5-gallon gas cans, 2 more cans of Stable, and then I'm going to fill up those 2 5-gallon gas cans. 2 bags of charcoal, 2 bundles of wood. Now this is for those of us who live suburbia. The bundles that you get that are overly expensive, like $7.50 for maybe 2 full logs that are probably 24 inches long. I know we get ripped off, but I want to get 2 more of those as well. So the 2 bags of charcoal, 2 packages of logs. Then I want to get 2 more of the double packets of sterno, the camping sterno, the high temperature stuff. I can get that at Walmart or at Bass Pro Shop or at Academy. I'm going to get 2 more 1-pound bottles of butane for my Mr. Heater. Then I want to get 1 more 10-pound canister of butane or propane for my Mr. Buddy Heater. I want to get 2 more flats, if you will, which are the 12 packs of the Safe Flame, safe for indoor cooking canisters, kind of like a sterno can they're at Sam's Club. But I want to get 2 more of those. I want to get 6 to a dozen religious candles. I did a survey of all of my candles and how long they burn, and just 1 candle a day. I've got about 300 or 630. Let me check here. I've got 375 days if I burn 1 candle at a time and only 6 hours a day, assuming 2 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the evening. So I need a lot more candles. I'm probably the best buck for that right now. But the best value for the buck is going to be to get religious candles, the big 24-hour ones, at the dollar store, or at, if you have any Hispanic food stores around, they sell them fairly inexpensively as well. About $1.25 for a 24-hour candle, which is not bad. If you're offended by the religious things on the outside, soak them in water; it'll come off. It's a plastic sleeve that will come off if you want it. But since I'm Catholic, it doesn't bother me a bit. That's an added bonus. So I want about a half dozen of those. I'm going to get about a half dozen jars of pickled asparagus. That's one of our favorites. It goes with almost anything. Because it's pickled, it's going to last a lot longer as well. Same thing with pickles, dill pickles. We're going to get about a half dozen cans of canned potatoes, diced ham if I can find it, the small ones. Then I'm going to get a couple more cans of the medium shrimp, tuna, salmon, chicken, canned chicken. I want to go to the LDS store. It's open from 1 to 7 tomorrow, so I want to get some spaghetti bites, which are basically, they've taken the spaghetti noodle and broken it into 4 pieces of about 2.5, 3 inches, which is okay. That way it fits in the can, and they're smaller, so they cook quicker anyway in a post-SHTF environment. I'm going to get a can of macaroni as well. Want to get a couple jars of ghee. I want to get 1 big tub of lard, probably about a 15-pound bucket of lard. Get some bacon-flavored Spam. I need a couple of bottles of hydrogen peroxide. I've got a couple more of my Cambros from when I had my emergency services cooking company, and I got to sanitize those with some hydrogen peroxide and fill them up. Those are 3-gallon water jugs, basically. I used them for coffee when we were in the field, or for Kool-Aid. And then I want to get some AAA batteries and some AA batteries. So that's my shopping list for tomorrow. And like I said, I'm really excited we get into the New Testament tomorrow. Anyhow, the most prolific writer of the New Testament was Luke. And Luke was a companion of Peter and later of Paul. And of course, Paul is the second most prolific writer. Paul has more books, more letters to the different and epistles out to the different churches, the 7 churches. Whereas Luke, the book of Luke, was actually a lot longer than it is now. So in order to fit it into the Gospels and be able to get John included in that, they split the book of Luke in half. So right after the resurrection and of course, Jesus comes back to visit with some friends. The road to Emmaus is one of my favorites. I think that's Luke 24, and that's the last chapter that's in Luke. And then at that point, they broke it off, and the rest of it is called Acts of the Apostles. So what would have been Luke 25 is now Acts 1. But anyhow, that's Acts is the continuation of the Gospel of Luke. Before it was split in 400 AD when we canonized the Bible. So, just a little bit of trivia there for you. Remember, we're all in this together so we can come out the other side together. Please be kind, polite, and respectful to each other because togetherness is the key. Take care. Bye-bye.